what the heck just happened to the stock of Snowflake, the cloud-based data analytics software play? Saw its stock plummet roughly 20% after hours trading tonight. You know, I like this one. Snowflake shares have been roaring since the lows last October. So when the company reported after the close, it was coming in hot. You wouldn't know it from the action, but the actual results were real good. Clear top and bottom line beat. Earnings per share nearly double what the analysts were looking for. Plus, Snowflake brought in a ton of new business while practically printing cash. Unfortunately, management's guidance did fall short of both the current quarter and fiscal year. But I think the real issue is we found out the legendary Frank Slootman is retiring as CEO effective immediately, passing the reins to Sridhar Ramaswamy, previously Snowflake's Senior Vice President of AI. So what do we do now? Let's go straight to the horse's mouth with Frank Slootman, Chairman and outgoing CEO, as well as successor, incoming CEO Sridhar Ramaswamy, to learn more. Gentlemen, welcome to Mad Money.
Thanks, Jim.
All right, so
thank you, Jim.
Frank, I think I'm probably the only one not surprised. You told me this was going to happen. You told me what you do is you go in, you get a company going, like you did with Data Domain, like ServiceNow, and then you move on because you give it all she's got. So this is the moment, right? You're going to chair, but you feel like you've gotten to where it has to be.
Yeah, it's certainly that. But it's also having, a great opportunity, to have cross paths with somebody like Sridhar. That we're thrilled to bits that we're able to make this move and affect succession in this way. Been part of many successions in the past, and they're difficult and hard and challenging. So I'm super pleased to be where we are today.
All right, so Sridhar, I know you as someone. I know you from a close friend of ours, admittedly, but you came in at 1.5 billion. Ad sales, and you took it to 100, Bill. I think that's not so bad. But big shoes here, because when Frank retired from ServiceNow, it was at 67, and then it went to 759. What are your plans going forward to keep the momentum?
Frank and our founders have built Snowflake to be the trusted, efficient, cost-effective enterprise data platform. That's a pretty good base to build on top of. But what's really exciting about the current moment, Jim, is that we have so much ambition to do more, whether it is applications running on top of Snowflake, or of course, using the power of generative AI, which I've been focused on for the past year, to democratize access to enterprise data, to have even more people be able to get at the data quickly, to get value from it. So I think there's a huge opportunity in the world of data, applications, and AI. That'll keep me busy for many years to come.
Well, let me ask you, what do you think about the idea that what happens is that people say, you know what, before I spend hundreds of millions of dollars buying unbelievably great cards from Jensen Huang, maybe I ought to find how it works. Find out whether I can do something with the AI and see whether the expense, get a return on investment or not. Have you been able to help customers already figure out whether that's the right thing to do?
Well, so that's the magic of how we approach this problem. When we rolled out, what we call Snowflake Cortex, our AI layer, we did all the hard work, so our customers didn't have to go buy GPUs or go do other complicated things. If you can write SQL, you can use Cortex to access language models. Similarly, people are very excited that without having to write a line of code, they can extract structured data from documents. We are also working on an ability to literally talk to your data, where you ask questions in natural language, and underneath, we do the work, we run the SQL queries, and return that data back to you. And so this is without any commitment from any of our customers. That's the part that really excites them. They know the generative AI is going to have a big impact, but they get to try it out with these products without needing to make heavy upfront investments, all built into Snowflake, the platform. And that's the thing that they're really excited by. We literally have hundreds of customers that are on our wait list for these products to hit GA.
Well, that is very important because people are concerned about the forecast. But Frank, legendarily on Mad Money, you once told me when I said that forecast looks light, you said in Bill Belichick fashion, Jim, the forecast is the forecast, which told me, please be a little more open-minded. Now, Frank, in the rise of the data cloud, you did predict that this would happen. You said you basically laid things out without knowing that we were going to have generative AI at the time. But this is a different company from what you went to. But it's got billions of dollars in revenues, as is typical, versus what you came in. Is there enough heft to be able to make people say, you know what, before you go buy, we're the right shop?
Look, this is really a great time, and the conversation. I have said the guidance is the guidance. These things are just blips on the radar. You got to just watch, what we do and what we report. Giving guidance for consumption companies obviously is notoriously challenging, but it is, we are in an absolutely fabulous place. We are, the company, to come to enable and empower all your workloads, all your different personas in the enterprise, and really extract maximum benefit, from your data estates. So you couldn't be more excited to be sitting here with Sridhar today. Because the future is super compelling to us.
Okay, now, Sridhar, this has historically been, there is a seasonality to your business. I'm hoping maybe it gets unseasonal, so to speak. This quarter has not been always the best of your quarters. Can that change? I mean, I don't really understand why it's seasonal. Maybe you can explain that.
I mean, holidays are always tricky, and there was almost like an extended 2+ week holiday this year, and in spite of that, we came in pretty well with Q4. And then in terms of guidance, it's based on historical consumption data, and as we know, the last 2 years have been tumultuous. We've also waited last year more than sort of previous years, but we have a ton of stuff that's going to be hitting GA, everything in AI, but also like transactional stores and applications on Snowflake. So there's a lot of upside there, but the forecast is conservative.
Well, look, I'm glad you said that, because it's important for people to know that it isn't necessarily that you guys are pie in the sky. You're just the opposite. Frank, I'm going to give you the last word only because I enjoy your work tremendously. You have said over and again to me, look, Jim, I like 3 years, I like 4 years, I like to give it all. Would you go back, or is this it for you? Are you finally done, Frank?
No, I'm finally done, Jim. I mean, I don't want to be one of those quarterbacks who doesn't know how to get off the field. I'm making room for bigger and greater talent.
Wow.
Well, Frank is still going to be chairman on our board, and I'll be talking to him regularly. He's still a big fan of the company and all of us. And we are all truly, truly grateful for what he has made Snowflake to be.
Well, I'll tell you, I think I'm thrilled to be that you came on and introduced. Sridhar, it's great to meet you. I hope you'll come on in the future. Frank Slootman, I hope to see you again. Sridhar Ramaswamy, congratulations on becoming CEO of Snowflake. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
That's Frank Slootman, chairman now of Snowflake, not CEO, and Sridhar Ramaswamy, CEO of Snowflake. Mad Money's back after the break.
Coming up, Cramer takes your calls, and the sky's the limit. It's a fast-fire lightning round. Next. Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on X. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadMentions. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.